What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Forbidden IQ coming back y'all with another video, and today I am going to be re-ranking the best defensive abilities in Madden 21. I made this video, or my first defensive ability ranking video, in like January. And also, before we get too far into the video, I would like to thank each and every one of y'all for helping me hit 400 subscribers. We're on the road to 1K, and after that, it's up from there. But yeah, what did I make that video? I'm trying to look for it right now. I made this video 62 days ago, the first one. I made it 62 days ago, but yeah, with no further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're over here on the defensive side of the ball. Before I actually go in and start talking about each individual ability, I'll let y'all look at the abilities I'm rocking out with right now on my team. I got 2 double or nothings, Acrobat, mid-zone, Acrobat, and pick artist on my user. I also got another Acrobat on my cornerback. So Acrobat on my cornerbacks, my user, mid-zone knockout on my other 2 sub linebackers because I played 3-3-5, and I have double or nothing on my edge rushers. That's what I like to run with. That's just me. But yeah, so now I'm gonna get into actually talking about each individual ability. So we're gonna start with cornerback abilities. I'm gonna rank cornerback and safety abilities differently because some abilities cornerbacks get are more expensive than all safeties. But so last time I did this video, deep route knockout was pretty good back then, and it's only gotten more glitchier with the more people run man coverage and run 1 step ahead and deep route knockout. If you run that, you're a fucking pussy. But it is cheesy, it is glitchy. Yeah, deep route knockout is a really good ability. It only works if you throw the ball 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. So if you're on the 10-yard line, it only works on passes that are being defended in man coverage 20 yards down the field. So if you're on the 10-yard line and they throw a ball past the 30-yard line, then your deep route knockout would activate. Check out, I actually used this ability before. I saw this did not work. People kind of thought it would be like a bench press at the start of the year. If you remember how overpowered this was, if you ran this on all your cornerbacks, and it was 1 AP back then, so 3 of your 10 AP was on bench press, and your receivers were mad tired. You ran inside stuff, maybe Acrobat on your user, and you really didn't even need any more abilities. But yeah, Acrobat on cornerbacks have been probably the best 1 AP ability all year, except for when it was bench press. But yeah, and then medium route knockout, same as deep route, it is very glitchy. You know, you get them knockouts between 5 and 20 yards, or I think it's 10 and 20 yards. It's one of the two. 1 step ahead, we all know it's the most glitchiest thing right now. Not the most glitchiest thing. There's ways you can beat it, like motion over routes beat it, and tight end and running back routes beat 1 step ahead the majority of the time. But yeah, so outmatched, this isn't even, it's not really worth it. Tip drill, just put on Acrobat. But flat zone knockout, right? So there's no reason to run this when you can get mid zone knockout that works in every zone. Like, it works in middle thirds, outside thirds, inside quarters, outside quarters, hard flat, curl flat, cloud flat, 3 rec hooks, hook curls, vertical hooks. I mean, it works in every zone in the game. Everyone. So there's no reason to run flat zone knockout, deep out, deep in. No reason to run none of that when you can just throw this on and you'll get the reaction time in every zone. Like, you'll get the same reactions on in a mid zone as you would a deep zone. So this is probably one of the glitchiest zone abilities. Not one of the glitchiest, the glitchiest. And if your opponent runs a slip screen and you have mid zone knockout, your player will react to it before the offensive lineman can get in front of the running back to block. So that's one reason I really love this ability. But route knockout, just like the other 2 knockouts, just for passes up to the 5-yard line or 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Pick artist, I would only suggest you run that on your user, because if you click on, you'll get an interception the majority of the time. I feel like you get more consistent lurk animations with pick artist on your user. That's why I like it on my user, so I don't have to spend 2 AP for a lurker. Deep out zone knockout, like I said, it's probably really good if you're gonna always put your player in a deep out zone, but mid zone knockout is so glitchy, it works in every zone. Deep in, same thing, just run mid zone. You'll still get the animation where the ability lights up and your player reacts mad fast to the ball. And then right here, obviously none of this you can get on any cornerback in the game except for film study. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Revis and Darius Slay. I'm positive you can get it on Darius Slay, but I'm not sure if you can get it on Revis. But with that being said, that's the cornerbacks. Let's get into the safeties. All right, so we're here with the safety abilities. I'm gonna rank these a lot differently than I did my cornerbacks. So I'm not speaking on stuff you really shouldn't be using, like outmatch, tip drill. I'm not gonna speak on that anymore. Flat zone, like I said, just use mid zone knockout. Because on run support and zone archetype cornerbacks and safeties, I said run support cornerbacks, run support safeties and zone safeties. You can get it for 1 AP on only on zone cornerbacks. But yeah, if you can get it for 1 AP, I would advise you to use it. But I don't have enough AP for how I'm trying to run my defense right now to put it on my over the top safeties. So I'm not putting on Derwin James. I really wish I could, because it would fucking dominate halfback slip screens. But yeah, Acrobat is 2 AP, right? I really like this on my cornerbacks because I usually run a double Mabel setup. And if you don't know what double Mabeling is, it's basically where you have two different type of flats, like a curl flat or a hard flat. I like to run a curl flat and a cloud flat. But yeah, so there's going to be at least 1 acrobat on both sides. So I really don't find it necessary to have 2 acrobats near the same side of the field. I don't find it necessary. It would probably be really glitchy if they still had acrobat for 1 AP, but they don't. So I would say acrobat's good if you can fit it in on your safeties for the scheme you run. But I can't. I really wish I could. But yeah, I saw something on Twitter about they're doing the AP increase. Something, I don't know what it is, right? We have a 12 AP system right now. I don't know what's telling me this, but I really feel like they're about to make it 20 AP. If they make it 20 AP, I might just quit Madden. Because that would be so, it would be fun and glitchy at the same time. I would really like to see what happened if they did make it 20. I really hope they don't. Something's telling me they're about to go ahead and make it 20 AP. I just feel like that's what they're gonna do. But yeah, Acrobat is good. 2 AP. Is it worth 2 AP to just throw on your safeties? I don't think so. I do have it on my user because I need it on my user because I don't like being like a step behind somebody and I know they're about to throw it to the slant I'm working on or the post I'm working on, and I can't dive out like not even a foot to make the interception. So that's why I run it on my user. But on my other safeties, it's not worth it because I double maple the majority of the time. Runstopper. I do not think this is a good ability. I don't like it. I don't even have inside stuff anymore because I've got to where I can shoot the gap out of basically every run. And my players have so high block shed, they still get good block shed animations and only give up like 1 yard gains, if that. Maybe 2 or 3. And if your stick skill is like fancy, then you're just gonna fuck me up regardless. So yeah, Runstopper, no, not even worth 1 AP. Strip specialist though, this is worth every fucking ability point you're going to be spending on it, which will be 1 or 2. Pretty sure it's only 2 on zone archetypes, but if you actually know how to strip the ball, this honestly is the glitchiest ability in the game. If you user rush and strip the ball, it's just glitchy. I don't user rush the whole game, that's why I don't use it. I do user rush sometimes if you're running under center, but my user is Isaiah Simmons. I like my I know Derwin James is pretty big, but I still want Isaiah Simmons to be my user. I'm just waiting for Taylor Mays. I can deal with not getting user rush strip sacks the whole game. That's fine, but yeah, so let's get on to the next abilities. Okay, these route knockouts on safeties, don't do it, because safeties, when your safeties are in man-to-man, they get burned so easily. It's like they don't react to cuts at all, even when 1 step ahead, bro, which you should not be running on safeties. They don't react. Especially if you shade underneath, they will stop while you make the cut, and they won't be able to catch up to get one of the knockout animations. I've noticed this multiple times. They do not get the knockout animations. So I would advise anybody watching not to run deep route, mid route, even 1 step ahead on your safety. It's not worth it. Isaiah Simmons gets killed with 1 step ahead. I've seen people run on Isaiah Simmons. Play versus me, I put Darren Waller, Vernon Davis on crossers the whole fucking game, and I drove down the field and got 6 every time. Mid zone knockout, like I've been saying, best ability in the game for people who run zone. So if you're running like 3 1 step heads, you might throw on a mid zone, maybe a pick artist. But pick artist, I like that for my over the top safeties. It's a good ability, but I feel like you don't need it. I used to put on my over the top safeties and not click on. They would get interceptions for me. It's really good, but I feel like you only should run that on your user if you run it. Like I said, the only zone knockout you need is mid. Bench press, your safeties will not press anybody, so don't run that on your safety. Don't run on your safety because they're not going to be pressing anybody anyway, so it's useless. Like I said, short route knockout, they react so slow to cuts. Like, I could throw my whoever Derwin James would be in man-to-man on a corner route, and he would play under it once they cut, and if I pass that up the field, it'll be an easy 15-20 yard game every play, so it's not worth it. Lurker, everybody has built in lurker this year. You don't need lurker. like I said, just throw on pick artist if you're using Derwin James. 1 AP versus 3. Enforcer, it is not worth using. You don't force fumbles with it at all this year. It's stupid. Tackle Supreme. Tackle Supreme. Alright, so there is Secure Tackler for 1 AP and Tackle Supreme. Secure Tackler works on every tackle. Wrap tackles, hit sticks, cut sticks, no matter what it is. And for anybody wondering, obviously the difference between a hit stick and a cut stick is if you flick up on the right stick, that's a hit stick. If you flick down, that's a cut stick. Secure Tackler, 1 AP. It says higher success rate on conservative tackles. That's a lot. I would hit stick with Isaiah Simmons when I ran this on him, and he would light up for a Secure Tackler. So this works with all type of hits. Stonewall, I mean, I don't think you should be running this, but if you try it out and it's good, then maybe that's what you rock with. But I don't think it's needed. Out of my way though, that could be really good if you user rush, because most of the time you're user rushing out of 365 wide. And if you have a running back trying to block somebody with out of my way, you do any kind of pass rush move, you just throw them right off of you and you'll be getting your user sack. Deflator, like I said, most people have depth at almost every position on their field. And you don't force fumbles this year at all. Almost. Like, it's rare you force a fumble in back-to-back games. I don't think I've ever forced a fumble in back-to-back games. So it's not worth it. So yeah, with that being said, let's get to the pass rushers. Alright, so here were the pass rushers, right? Outmatched. This is, if I see this on your field, I will throw at whoever you have outmatched on with Kamara out of the backfield every fucking game. Well, every play. This is the worst ability in the game. Like, this is probably the worst ability in the game, to be honest. Defensive rally, you get a pass rush point. It adds 1 pass rush point on 3rd and 4th down. I've never used it. I've never seen anybody use it. I really can't say nothing about it. Well, I can't say too much about it. I guess if you use it, let me know in the comments if it was actually good or not. But double or nothing, best pass rusher ability in the game. To be honest, that's the best pass rusher ability in the game, because if you get the double pass points, you'll, most of the time, it will just, your lineman will just go crazy and fucking shed and just go fucking crazy. Just know it's the best pass rush ability in the game. Like, so many people use it. There's a reason why throwing runs 3. There's a reason why some people run 4, because it's super glitchy. No outsiders. I don't use it because I'm good at shooting the gap and my players have good block shed. I feel like if your players have good block shed, there's no reason to run it. Goal line stuff, just run 60 pinch, spread your line and take your outside blitzer and shoot the gap. Inside stuff is really good on defensive tackles and defensive end power rushers such as Aaron Donald. Edge threat is a good ability. but there's ways to counter it, and it doesn't work every play. So I don't feel like it's worth it. Okay, and now El Toro or Bull Rush. You have to be using your defensive lineman for this ability to work, because your player will not automatically do that type of pass rush move every time. Sometimes they'll trigger a finesse move, sometimes they'll trigger a power move, and there's 2 power moves and 2 finesse moves. You got like speed rush, you got the swim club or the swim move, you got ripper, you got spinner, and you got bull rush. Those are the 5 pass rush moves in this game. So you have a 20% chance, if you put that on, it's gonna activate. You have a 20% chance. And then if your player is engaged in a double team, it's not gonna work. But yeah. So on pass rushers, you should not use enforcer. You should not use enforcer on anybody, but especially not pass rushers. Pick artist, use a pass rusher, don't run it. Runstopper, already spoke on this. It doesn't work. It doesn't work all the time, and I would much rather take my chance on shooting the gap and get ability points elsewhere than throw it on Runstopper. Tackle Supreme, like I said, just use Secure Tackler. And then Edge Threat Elite. If you run 2 of these, then you're just a pussy. I think this is actually worse than 3 one-step aheads. It's 2 Edge Threat Elites. But Speedster, like I said, you need to be using your defensive lineman for this to work. Stonewall, like I said, Tackle Supreme. Reach Elite, I don't really like it. I feel like it's easy for people to avoid your Reach Elites, but that's just me. Instant Rebate. I actually think this is a really good ability, because if you get 1 shed, you're more likely to get another shed. And you get more pass rush points. More pass rush points, the more likely you are to get a shed, so it's going to lead to more sheds. Unpredictable. This is really good too. The blocker, if you start getting a lot of sheds with double or nothing, if you run double or nothing, unpredictable, and instant rebate, that's 4 AP. That's going to get really glitchy, because once you get that first shed, you will get a pass point. The blocker will not get pass block points, and you're just going to be going crazy. But under pressure, this is really good. You get a lot of under pressure in Acrobat, under pressure in accurates, not in Acrobat. Get a lot of throw under pressure in accurates, and most of the time they'll overthrow it or underthrow it, and you'll have a good chance to get some interceptions. I don't run it because I like my acrobats and my mid zones. Yeah, strip specialist, I would only advise you to run that on your user. Secure tackler, once again, probably just something you would want to throw on whoever you're using. Unfakeable, not good. Adrenaline rush, I don't think it's worth having adrenaline rush. I don't think it is, but that's just me. BOGO, I don't think it's good either. Extra credit, I don't like it. Mr. Big Stop, don't really like it either. And then these 3 are all user moves. you gotta be usering for them to activate. So once again, I do not use your defensive lineman. Out of my way, not good, because most of the time your pass rusher should have a lot higher pass rush moves than the running back has pass blocking, so they'll just instant shed regardless. And yeah, you should not run any pass rush, any pass cover stuff on your pass rushers. But yeah, with that being said, that's my updated list of the best defensive abilities in the game. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Subscribe, comment, and I'm out here.